We are on the campus of Washington University in St. Louis for Championship Saturday 2021 Division III Women's Volleyball Championship game. Coming right up, the number 6 seed Calvin University Knights taking on the number 4 seed Wisconsin Eau Claire Blue Golds, and the winner taking home the hardware. Let's grab a look at how these two teams got to the championship game with their semifinal victories yesterday. Eau Claire, a come-from-behind win, winning it in 5 sets. Meanwhile, Calvin, an impressive win over Claremont Mudd Scripps in 4 sets. Plenty of top performers on both sides coming in to tonight's national title game. And with that, we welcome you inside Francis Fieldhouse with Laura Dornbos. I am Scott Sudikoff. Super excited to bring you the action here tonight. And Laura, we have seen great volleyball over the last couple of days, and we expect more of the same here tonight.
We do. It's been a weekend of upsets, underdogs coming up and facing the challenge. And I'm really excited about tonight's volleyball game.
Let's take a look at these two teams more in depth. And on the Calvin side, you've got the National Player of the Year on this team, Heidi Westra, and we've seen some of the best play from her. She had 29 kills a couple of matches ago. But Laura, we have learned that you're going to need other players to step up along the way.
Well, and that is hard being the Player of the Year. You have a lot of pressure on you. So I think Calvin really is going to look for other players like Kelsey Smith and Madeline Hall and Vanessa Martinez to help back up.
As they look at the highlights from Westra, helping to lead her team into the national championship game. Now, Wisconsin Eau Claire, I alluded to it. Second set yesterday against Juniata, they were down 24-22. They come back and win. Then they were down 2-1. They come back and win. They have great resolve. Charlie Nelson with the serve. And Rubel tracks it. Free balled over by Smith. Bachman to Nelson. Barrett high off the block. Rubel can't save it. And for the first time in program history, Wisconsin Eau Claire are the national champions. Left side, Flynn off the block. Kushner, who was already down, had to lunge for it from her knees. Mark that one down as the slider right gets blocked. Green had it blocked. And back pass to Cooney. Dig by DeLuzio. Brown to Cooper. Back over to Cooney. Off the block and down for the Illinois point, 21-14.
And I don't know if Illinois State was quite ready for that slide shot.
Kushner, Indiana State, a free ball here. 8-8 in the 5th. There it is again. And Suri with her 13th kill. Indiana State with 4 in a row. Illinois State, an 8-game winning streak on the line. Keller, Weimer skirts the dig. Leffler goes and gets it. Middle of the net, finished by Nicole Lund. Collins blocked by Hart. Cooper, a high set for Nunji, off the block. Getting up there was Tabron. Clayton landing in between 2 Illini in the back row. And Bargwin, high off the block. Kushner to Janka. Otene, another one for Tamara Otene, her 18th kill. Ewert to Clayton, blocked by Collins, and Cooney, and Illinois 1 point away from a comeback victory. Janka, Otene, off the block, off the net, and Indiana State, for the first time since 1977, defeats the Redbirds in normal, taking it in 5 sets. 15-11 Bears here in the first set. Scott Sudikoff, Laura Dornbos with you on the Valley on ESPN. 107th all-time meeting between these two programs. Missouri State leads 54-52. A serve by Carly Nicholson. Sprague passes it over to Ibargwin. Kushner the dig. The attack by Otene, the dig Owen. From the middle, the swing by Asia Green coming our way, and that's a point for Missouri State's. Asia Green's looked good. The middles have looked good overall for Missouri State, Bushnell and Green, and they hit at 37 and 26% respectively. And Bushnell, by the way, the 36.9% leads the Missouri Valley Conference. Hilliard with a slide 6 swing is blocked back by Trami and Otene.
And Trami's been involved in both of those blocks out of the middle as she's helped Aaliyah Moore, and then that time Otene.
Otene now back on the serve for the Redbirds. Sophomore from Auckland, New Zealand. Played sparingly in the spring season and hits that one into the net. In fact, Otene's best performance in the spring was in the final game of the season, the NCAA tournament match against UNLV, when she had a season-high 8 kills. Served by Kennedy Anderson. Left side, Kushner, and not able to handle it was Ibargüen.
We didn't mention Kushner in the opening because we were focusing on Otene, but they're quite the dynamic duo as you watch Kushner one-on-one going cross-court and banging away.
Kushner having to help pick up some of the missing production from a player like Kaylee Martin from this Redbird squad, who was so good in her 3 years. That block went out, so it goes to Missouri State, and they're up 18-13 here in the first set. And the service error.
Both sides being super aggressive with their serves. I know that both sides have missed several serves, but it makes you wonder what exactly they're focusing on. They're purposely trying to serve deep, or are they going for the short or the seam? All those have strategy with your serve game, but both sides being super aggressive.
Nora Janka the serve, starting as the setter again here today for the Redbirds, with 3 highly productive players that are out of the lineup for the Redbirds. Caitlin Leffler, the freshman setter, who ranks 4th in the Valley in assists per set. Also, without Nicole Lund, who's one of the better, middle hitters that the Valley has, and Caitlin Prodzinski, who has been out of the lineup for the Redbirds since September 4th. And Moore with the swing off the block to get the Redbirds within 2 here in the first set. And that'll force Missouri State into a timeout. Stephen McRoberts talked about him being his 2nd year at Missouri State, but 25th year overall. He made a couple of NCAA tournament appearances while he was at Tulsa before coming to Missouri State. Also coached at Ole Miss, Central Arkansas, Lubbock Christian. A 10-time Conference Coach of the Year. Redbirds with the serve, out of the timeout, and there's a block by Moore and Jordan for the Redbirds.
Moore and Jordan focusing right here on the outside as Missouri State, the pass for that was a little off of the target, forcing the Missouri State Bears to take the ball to the outside.
Janka, another serve. Owen had to go down for that. Left side attack by Sink. And in the back, nicely placed shot by Janka to pick up the kill. That may be her first of the season.
And Janka looking a little surprised by it. I think the ball caught her a little off guard as she took it over for the overpass.
It may not have been her full intention, but it gets this one tied up 18-18. Now, she did have 3 kills against UNI last weekend. That goes out of bounds, and Missouri State back in front by 1, 19-18. And they will have Amelia Flynn on the serve. 6th in the Valley in kills per set, 7th in points per set for the senior from Lake St. Louis. Kushner mishitting that one. Looked like she was altering her shot there with the block at the net, and we get a timeout called by Illinois State with Missouri State up 20-18